Hi folks, welcome to tonight's stream. So, I'm joined by a very special guest. I promised that I would arrange for a special guest over the next 5 minutes, and
I'm here.
like a puff of magic. That wasn't pre-planned at all. Okay, so, who are you?
I'm Ben Hayward.
Ben Hayward. So, I don't know who remembers, but we ran a competition some while ago to create a movie using the pump car. This man won the prize. That was quite a decent prize, wasn't it?
It was huge.
So we'll talk about the prize in a minute because there's more to do. There's more to do on that. So I thought the first thing we'd do is just take a look at Ben's video because it really is epically good. I really enjoyed it. There's some really great entries that came in for the competition, but Ben's just stood head and shoulders. It was absolutely superb. So we'll start off by having a look at the video, and then I'm going to ask Ben some questions, and I've given him some questions, and I've told him I'm going to ask those. I'm going to ask different ones. No, I'm not. Right, okay. Let's watch the video, and I'll stop being awkward. Right. I'll say that again with the microphone on. Wow. That was fantastic. That was really well done, Ben.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for for spending obviously an immense amount of effort on that.
Yeah,
that really was incredible. So what was the inspiration behind that video? I mean, that didn't come out of nowhere.
No, well, I mean, it didn't start as, a story. It actually was just when I saw the competition, I thought, well, okay, I want to try and create something which is quite varied and has quite a lot of different routes in it, different scenery, so like pine trees, big cities, etc., lots of different weather. And so I thought initially that I'd just have the pump cart, carrying a few wagons in a very continuous manner with just a continuous shot through different types of settings, and that would be it. But then I thought, well, that's not very compelling, and it doesn't really get the viewers involved and sort of hooked into a story at all. So I needed to create a story around that. So that's where I came up with this story, this personality for the pump cart, where I thought it would be better if the pump cart was, sort of bored with the fact that all it does all day is sit in a siding and then get taken out every now and then to unload some workmen somewhere and then pumped back again. So I wanted the pump cart to actually have some dreams, some aspirations, and so that's what you see in the middle of that video, the pump cart's dreams, and then at the end you finally get to see the dreams realised, and the pump cart actually gets to drive out onto the main line and take some huge wagons.
I mean, for me, it was the variety of rolling stock. I mean, it'd be very easy to lock yourself into just Sherman Hill, for example,
exactly,
because it fits so well on Sherman Hill. But I mean, for me, it was the variety of different things it was doing, the different routes and so forth. And there was some really cool stuff. I mean, some of the effects that you've done on there. But let's get onto that in just a minute. So the next question then is, how did you make it? What tools, tips, techniques, what can you pass on as obviously a really talented movie maker to everybody else out there so that they can make better movies?
Yeah, well, the first thing you need to get hold of is a copy of Adobe After Effects, which is a compositing program, video editing and compositing program. And so that's how I did pretty much all of the effects. So the color correction, lens flares, that kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
So that's the primary purchase, I would say. And there are some fantastic tutorials online. There's if you go to Video Copilot, they do fantastic tutorials on how to use After Effects right from the very beginning level, from an entry level. But for all of the 3D stuff, so the snow, the rain, that kind of stuff, I used a free program called Blender, which is very, very useful, and I highly recommend downloading that. If you're into making Pixar-like animations, then download Blender and get using that. For the music, you want to download a program called FL Studio.
FL Studio.
That's right. It stands for Fruity Loops.
Yes, I have heard of Fruity Loops. Yeah.
So FL Studio, as it's now known, is free to try, and you can use it, I think, indefinitely. But don't quote me on that. But yeah, that's a very good program to get into as well. To capture it all, I used NVIDIA's Shadow Play, because that captures at 60 FPS or whatever.
Yes.
So it's really, really good.
Brilliant. Well, that's really good. So,
in terms of the tips, though, I mean, if you wanted some tips,
oh yeah, definitely.
The first tip that I would have to give is to use the Steam controller, or Xbox controller, or any other controller for that matter, because you can get some nice smooth panning and that kind of stuff. And make sure you plan ahead before you actually go and record stuff, because it really helps to actually time what you're doing, because otherwise, you get started and then think, oh, I need to go and actually do lots of work to get this effect to work well and that kind of stuff.
I think that's probably the way that a lot of movies are made, isn't it? They plan each scene out to the nth degree and then go and execute, make each scene. And it sounds like you've just gone through that process.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's really, really good. Okay. Well, so moving on to Ben. What's your favourite piece of DLC?
Now that is a very good question.
Because you've got all of it now, haven't you?
That's it. Yeah, I have got all of it now.
One of the prizes of this competition was everything. So, what's your favourite?
Oh, there's so much out there, and I really like playing on the South London network, because I love the frequently stopping services, good passenger services. They're really good fun to play. I also really like Riviera in the 50s because I love the steam and there's so much diverse traffic on the line. But I think I have to say my favourite route has got to be the new Feather River Canyon.
Oh yeah,
which is so scenic, and the line side detail is really good, and I absolutely love that.
Yeah, there's a screenshot around every corner, isn't there?
Yeah, there really is. Yes,
it's really beautiful. Okay, so that's what's already out. Looking forward, what are you most looking forward to out of the stuff that's coming?
Oh, yeah, okay. So out of the stuff that I've seen, the GP20s for the River Canyon look quite good, and what we're about to preview looks pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
I have to say. But what I'm looking forward to most is the new SNCF stuff. Because that's like a completely new chapter for all of this, the DLC roster that Dovetail has to offer. So I'm really looking forward to that, to see what happens.
I must admit, it's one that I'm looking forward to as well. It's looking really good. And finally, what's your favourite game? Just generally speaking, doesn't have to be Train Simulator.
Well,
but what's your favourite game? What are you playing?
Well, I'm playing Train Simulator most at the moment because I'm trying to get through all of this DLC. But I think my favourite game overall would have to be GTA and the GTA franchise. But I really like playing that.
There's a lot of depth in them. There's a lot. They're a marvel, aren't they?
There is. You could mistake it for the real world quite easily with the amount of stuff you can do in it.
It's very good. Very good. Okay, well, thank you very much, Ben.
Thank you.
So we talked about the prizes. So one of the prizes of this competition, as I said, was the entire DLC catalogue, and I think it also included fishing and flights as well. So it really was quite immense. It also included a couple of bits which you haven't received yet.
That's right.
Bits of hardware.
Yes.
And I've got toys. So, Steam controller.
Thank you very much.
And the other thing is a Steam Link box. So there you
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Well deserved. Really well deserved. Absolutely. Really enjoyed that video and appreciate all the effort you went to make it.
Thank you.
So, because you haven't worked hard enough so far, I thought I'd. Do you want to drive our preview?
Yes, I'll drive one of them, certainly.
Someone else gets to Nebworth for a change.
Yes, and almost certainly will.
So, let's move on to the main thrust of this of what we're looking at today, or the second thrust, I should say, is the South Wales coastal route. Just making sure on my list I haven't missed something. I haven't. Excellent. Right. So South Wales coastal route. Let me. I'm just going to fire the game up and go into the map, so that we can have a look at the map before we actually get into doing the scenario. And as soon as the game finishes loading, we'll be. I'll show you the map, walk you through what's in the route, and so we're going to do two scenarios tonight. So we are going to be doing a scenario based on the initial pack, which is South Wales Coastal, which comes with the Freightliner in Class 70, Great Western Railways HST in the new livery, and it comes with the Arriva Trains Wales Class 175. That's in the basic pack, or the standard pack, I should say. And then after we've had a scenario in that, we're then going to have a look at the twin pack that you'll be able to buy with it, which includes the Class 158 Arriva Trains Wales and also the Class 143 Pacer in Arriva Trains Wales. And then we're going to do a scenario on that so you can take a look. Right, now the game's loaded. Let me fire the map up and then share the game so that you can see it too. Right, let me zoom out so you can see the whole map. This is the whole map. So we've got Bristol, this is Bristol here, Bristol Temple Meads. Then up here you've got Bristol Parkway. As we come across through the Severn Tunnel, we then make our way to Newport here. We've got yards and sidings, and then we make our way finally to Cardiff. Is it Cardiff Queen Street? Yeah, Cardiff Queen Street, Cardiff Bay, and then you've got the depot over here, Canton Depot. So there you go. This is the entirety of the route. So if it takes about, I think a scenario that runs from one end to the other is around 60 minutes, 60 minutes. So it takes about an hour to drive from one end to the other. And as I say, included in the route is the Class 70 Freightliner, the Great Western Railways HST, and the Arriva Trains Wales Class 175. So now we're going to run a scenario, or Ben's going to run a scenario, and one thing you're not going to see in the scenario is the Class 70 Freightliner. There are technical reasons for that. It will be in the scenario when it gets released, hopefully. But you'll see the Great Western Railways HST and of course the 175 Arriva Trains Wales. We won't see any of the other stuff yet until we get into the second scenario, because it's a DLC pack that you can buy as a twin. Right, so let me switch back to this one so you can enjoy our lovely faces again while I just restart this scenario. I thought it was unfair to start the scenario with a 10-minute delay, just give him a hope of a chance. Right, let's get the scenario reloading, and then once it's doing that I can switch back to the game. Right, and now I'm handing the controls to the master. Do you want have the headphones?
We'll go for it.
There you go.
Here for now.
So just wait for that to load up. And the other thing I should probably give you is a bit of sound. Can you hear that all right?
I can, yes.
So we're just waiting for that to load, and then we'll start. So this scenario, here we go. Welcome aboard 1W95, operating an Arriva Trains Wales service to Holyhead via Shrewsbury. You are cleared to enter Cardiff Central Platform 3. These 175s are express units, so expect an efficient run. Set the train up and get going when ready.
That's really loud.
Let me turn that down some. There you go.
There you go. AWS. Right, shall we go look at the train?
Let's get moving, get into Cardiff. We can have a look around the train in Cardiff, just up ahead. So we've got Canton over there on the right as we're coming into Cardiff, just in front of us. Have a request for the horn. This needs some fairly harsh braking.
It does.
There you go. Did you hear the horn when you blew the horn?
I did, yes.
Okay.
I'll do it again outside in a minute when we can hear it a bit better.
Right. There's a Great Western HST over there on the right. Let me just turn...
There's the horn again there.
I'll turn that volume up a little bit.
Oh, lost
there you
control
go.
for now.
So I've turned the game volume up a little bit. I'm not quite sure why it's coming out so quietly at the moment.
I'll do the horn again in a minute.
Right, since the HST is here, can we have a quick look at the HST and we'll come and have a look at the train? Got lots of requests to go and look at the HST. So HST's had quite a bit of work on it actually to bring it up to the sort of the new interiors and so forth. In the pack, there are a bunch of scenarios. Off the top of my head, I can't remember how many scenarios, but there are scenarios that use each of the trains that are included. So some HST, some Class 70, and some for the 175. There's a slight downhill as we come around this corner.
Okay.
Traps me every time. Can Matt see the chat? Matt can see the chat. Yes, BNSF. Is there a passenger fuel this loco? Certainly is, Stephen Jam. We'll take a look at the passenger fuel for you in a moment. Is there a two-tone horn on this? I must admit, I'm not entirely sure. Is that doing anything?
No.
No, doesn't look like it. You'd think I'd be more prepared, but you'd think you'd be already used to that by now. Let's have a look around the passenger view. I've had a request for a look around the cab as well. Is there anything else you want to see, then do say so. We'll do our best to accommodate you. Oh, the headlights gone. Hold on. Night lights on at the moment. We're not actually going to be going any further than Newport on this one, Simon. So this is just a short scenario between Cardiff and Newport. There is scenarios that take you on a longer journey, but for this preview, especially when we're going to run the other pack as well, I thought we would just run a couple of short scenarios, just to give you an idea of what's coming. So yeah, just want to reiterate that this is a preview. This is still work in progress. There's and it's we wanted to sort of get it out to you. It's in a good state, so we wanted to show you what the route is looking like and show you the train. We know there's a lot of excitement over this particular product. So if you've got feedback, I know some of you are posting it on the chat. Do that. The chat is then read over by the developers. So if you've got feedback, definitely. Say something on the chat and it will get recorded. Whitemead, we are indeed going to be driving the Pacer in the next scenario. So 5 in the other way. are you finding it?
It's good. Though I'm not quite sure how well it's going to do getting up to 95.
I think it gets there eventually.
Just about. That's for Moggy. Oh, there's different speeds.
Yes, it's variable speed wiper. Use Shift V to dial it down. It's actually an analog control, so just hold it and it'll stop. So yes, that's something I should mention actually. It's an analog control on the wiper. So as you press V, so the dial goes effectively over, and you can change the speed of the wiper. If you press and hold Shift V, then it'll turn the wipers off or slow them down. Leave it. I'm going to change your lights. You're on night lights at the moment.
Sorry?
You're on night lights at the moment.
Am I? Didn't.
And again. There you go.
There we go.
BNSF, what are the headlight configurations? I think we've probably shown you them all now over the sequence of of doing them, but let's have another quick look. I want to just cycle through them. So you've got reds, we've got the night lights, we've got all the lights, and we've got daylights. Bus Mad Boy, no, the cab side doors don't open. OMG Trains, no, we're not going to be doing a GWR HST scenario, not tonight. We're doing this scenario, which stops at Newport, which we'll be getting to in about 4.5 miles, and then we're going to do a scenario with the Pacer. Why does the cab look a lot like the 180? Because the 175 and the 180 do actually share an awful lot of their in reality. Yeah, we did eventually make it to 95.
Just about.
So, for those that didn't see when we started the preview, inside this pack, it's the Bristol Temple Meads plus Bristol Parkway to Cardiff via Newport route. It comes with the 175 Arriva Trains West that we're driving. It comes with the Class 70 in Freightliner livery, and it comes with the Great Western Railways HST, so the new livery. And then there is a twin pack being made available at the same time, which includes the Class 158 Arriva Trains Wales and the Class 143 Pacer Arriva Trains Wales as well. And what we're going to do next is we're going to take a look at the 143 that comes in the other pack. Nope, cab windows don't open, I'm afraid, Dobbsy. What updates have they all received? I can't tell you because I don't know. I know that I've seen the HST receiving an awful lot of work and the 143. But I've not actually seen the developers work on the other ones, so I can't tell you and be accurate of what changes have been made. But I know I've seen quite a lot of work on the HST and the 143. That doesn't mean they haven't worked on them, I just haven't seen it. Newport there, just a mile to go. We'll have a quick look at the passenger view again. Okay. Got 30 limit coming up. You want to see what the tunnels are like? I think dark is the answer to that. Oh yes, cab light and instrument lights. What am I looking forward to the most? The 175, the HST 70, the 143 or the 158? I'm torn between the HST and the 143 because I quite like the Pacer. I know that's a controversial thing to say.
I quite like the Pacer.
There we go. But I think the HST in that green livery just looks superb. It really does. Is there DRA DSD? There is definitely DRA. Believe there's DSD, but I'm not 100% sure. You have to turn it on with Control D. So there you go, that's the end of the first scenario. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why the headlights have turned off again. I have to wonder whether maybe, because we've got an Xbox controller plugged in, I wonder if there's a conflict going on or something. There you go, 998 points, there you go. Excellent. Superb. Thoughts?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
enjoyed that?
Yeah,
So the
like
route
it,
carries
definitely.
on from Newport, it then turns, swings round, and you go under the Severn Tunnel,
Oh, right, yeah.
which is a big long tunnel.
Yes.
It does everything you'd expect a tunnel to do. And you end up, you can
Dark,
either...
damp, it's all there.
It's absolutely, it's all there. You can either swing to the left into Bristol Parkway, which is there, or carry on into Bristol Temple Meads. So that's excellent. Right, okay. Thank you for driving that.
That's okay.
So now, the next thing that I wanted to have to show you was the... let me switch back to this one. Right, I'm going to get the next scenario going. So this one is the one of the scenarios that comes with the twin pack, which comes with the 158 and the 143. So let me just find that scenario, and then I can... Actually, I can give you a list of the scenarios that are in there. So there are 2 for the 143, 2 for the 158. So there's 4 in the DMU pack. There are then 6 scenarios for the 175, 2 for the Class 70, and 1 for the HST. Right. Let me pick the right scenario. That's the one I want to do. And we'll switch back to the game. There you go. Right, so I'm going to drive this one. Ben chickened out. I did ask him. OMG trains, we had a look at the GWR HST at the beginning of the last scenario. What I might do is when we finish this scenario, Ben, can you remind me? And I'll just fly around the HST. I'll load a scenario that's got the HST and we'll just have a quick look at the HST. One for the HST says that it's not changed much. It's not so much that turbo start. It's the HST. There's not an awful lot you can do with it on the route. It's an express train, and there's only so many ways you can run the scenario. So really, it's about the Arriva Trains Wales stock that's in the route. Is one of the primary focuses. Right, you're preparing the train for the first Cardiff Bay service of the day. The final task is to head through the train wash, not forgetting the 3 miles per hour speed limit. Before heading into platform 2 at Cardiff Queen Street. I like how the game knows it needs to remind me these things. Brakes off, it might help. Got the train wash in front of us. So while we're doing that, let's just have a quick look outside. Put some headlights on. Quite fetching in blue.
It does,
doesn't it? And then the interior. Oh, I'm not so sure about that. green. Yeah, green. Right, let's get here. Oh, got HST in the distance there. Looks like the train washer is all ready to go. Right, slowed down for the 3 miles per hour. Let's take it out and run it through the train. Have a nice clean train for our services. It's a bus. Basically, yes. It's gone up. So we've got a white shunt signal. Another 143 over there. I've not played this scenario yet, so I'm not sure what we're going to see. Essentially, what we're doing here is, let me just go to the map for a moment. We are over here, coming round the corner here. We're going to stop here, or I'm sorry, go through here, come up to Cardiff Queen Street, and then we're going to go and do a return service to Cardiff Bay platform. I thought it would be a bit different, a bit interesting. It shows another part of the route. We have a green light. That's a nice sound. I like that sound. That sound says I can put some throttle. Speed limit begs to differ, but can you see platform 8 at Cardiff Central? I don't know which one's platform 8, but I will. It looks like we've got an okay signal, so let's go and have a look at. Have a good look at Cardiff. Oh look, there's a 158 over there, look. Briefly. Where we are. Cardiff. Platform 6. Oh, there's platform 4. Is that platform 6? don't pretend to know what I'm doing. Actually, I do. Right, let's actually watch what we're doing for a change. Narrowly avoided a little bit of speeding there. So here what happens is that whereas the main line carries on the left hand side there, we're now going to take the flyover. Oops, so much for avoiding the speeding. We're going to take the flyover, which will then take us up to Cardiff Queen Street. Signalled into Cardiff Queen Street. Got a yellow cleared in platform 2. Brings us up to Queen Street, which is just in front of us. Joe, if we see another 158, I'll try and have the opportunity to take a better look at it. Right, so coming into Queen Street now. Right, so that's Cardiff Queen Street. Now I guess next is going to tell me to change ends. Train manager, the driver taking over this service has been taken ill. You are therefore required to run this train down to Cardiff Bay and back here to Cardiff Queen Street. Switch cabs by pressing Control Plus and then open the doors to allow passengers to board. Control Plus, open the doors. I can follow instructions, usually. Let's put the train ready. Right, and we're off to Cardiff Bay, the outbound leg. We have a yellow signal. Got the 25 limit now. This is only a short journey. Having got here, it doesn't take very long to get to Cardiff Bay and go back. It was included in the route because it's short, it's nice, it's a bit of variety, it's a different sort of bit of gameplay. You can go backwards and forwards with you know, up and down for a while if that's something you want to do. Of course, if what you want to do is start learning the route, which is definitely a really good thing, so you can switch the HUD off then it's a little journey like this is a really good place to start practicing learning the route. Sped up just a little bit too fast there. Preempted the speed then. Busy watching the chat. Hashtag blame chat. Right, so we're on our way now to Cardiff Bay. This is a single track section. It's just around the corner, as you can see, quarter of a mile. This isn't the station to Nebworth, given there's buffers at the other end.
That's how they prevent the Nebworth.
Exactly. It's got anti-Nebworth. It's got a Nebworth prevention device at the other end of the platform. This is Cardiff Bay. I'm going to make everyone walk. I'm just going to stop here. Open the doors. Let's have another look outside. Oh, I've got on my machine. It keeps turning the lights off. You'll need to switch cabs again for the return trip to Cardiff Queen Streets. Right. And off we go. Everyone's taking a mick out of my stop. I'll make you walk further next time. A little small. So what I'll do is I'm going to show the just do a little a look around the HST after this, and I'll review with another look at the map at the same time. Monty the horse showing his appreciation for the Pacer. I'm glad you really like the Pacer, Monty. So the Pacer comes with the twin pack. There's a DMU twin pack. It doesn't come in the base pack itself. The base pack is a Class 70 Freightliner, the Great Western Railways HST, and the 175 Arriva Trains Wales. The DMU pack, which is available as a twin, comes with the 158 in Arriva and the 143, which I'm driving at the moment. So we've got Cardiff down there on the left, somewhere. Or if that's the thudding noise that you're referring to, someone asked about thudding. It's the Xbox controller rumbling on the table. Right, we're just pulling into Cardiff Queen Street now. Red light at the end of the platform.
Someone wants to see the doors open, I think.
Okay, let's do that, shall we? Okay, doors open.
This is a bus.
It's a bus. This is the end of this scenario, so the next thing we're going to have a look at is I'm just going to have a quick look at the HST just to finish things off, and I'll finish up with a look at the map. Can you get the DMU pack without buying the twin pack? The DMU pack is the twin pack PNSF. You can buy the room and its stuff without the twin pack, and you think you'll be able to buy the twin pack without the root if you want to. But the twin pack is what contains these two extra DMUs. There you go. Gold medal, I could take that. Oh, we're almost at that level 50. Almost at that level 50. Right, okay, let us... I'm going to switch back to this camera just for a minute while I get a HST scenario started up so we can take a look at that, and then that'll be where we finish today. I do have a couple to give away, by the way. So, Ben, start thinking of keywords.
I will.
What happens at level 50? Then you start looking for level 51, basically. It just seems like a nice thing to aim for. Except in age. Go away, 50. It's a little while yet, but ever closer. Right, let me switch back to the game. Actually, I'm going to leave it on this for just a minute because I need to double check what it's actually going to show me. Rob Allen is on level 75. GG, Rob Allen. Very good. Right, let me just make sure we've got the right thing to look at. Looks like it. Excellent. Right, so you wanted to have a look at the HST. Here is the HST. I'll turn the HUD off. We're not driving, so we don't need the HUD. I do like the HST in this livery, it has to be said.
You like an HST in most liveries, though,
I
think, Matt,
do
don't
like
you?
a HST in most liveries. This is a nice effect because you get the
I like
shine
that,
on the map.
yeah.
That's a really nice touch. When I saw the photographs of that, I went to go and have a chat to the guys that were making it and said, "Have you done this?" And they showed it to me, and I'm like, "Yep."
I like the 3D lettering on the main cab as well. That was really nice.
Yeah, on the front.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what really nice. Let's carry on looking down. For those that aren't aware and have been in a barn or in a dark place for a while, First Great Western, who are a first group company, rebranded FGW into Great Western Railway. which is and this is the livery that's going on the HST. It just looks smart on every train they put it on, because it's on several of the trains now. It's on the 166 as well. It does look very smart. So that is the outside of the HST. So let's just have a quick look at the cab. I don't know what changes have been made to the cab. I'm just going to look around, and you can see. So this is the, and then we've got the passenger view. Which I think is different. I don't know if there's any more passenger views. No, there aren't any more. So there you go, folks. That is the GWR HST, and that comes with the standard route. So when you buy the standard route, you get the HST, you get the 175 in Arriva trains, and you get the Class 70 Freightliner. And then I did say we'd have a quick look at the map. Here we go. This is the map. So starting over here, we've got Bristol Temple Meads. You've got the depot and so forth here. This is where the Great Western Main Line carries on to the east, and this is where the line to Exeter goes down on the west here. So the line proceeds north, and you get to this junction with Bristol Parkway, which is all modelled. And then moving forward through Severn Tunnel, you then end up at, you go past there's some interesting yards and other facilities around here, so there's lots of possibilities for freight operations. And that's the line north heading towards Holyhead, I think. And then you've got the main line. So this is Newport Station here, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's Newport Station. So, and then the line again, we've got more yard facilities here. And then as we proceed down to here, we've got Cardiff, Queen Street, and Cardiff Bay, and then you've got Canton Depot over here, and Ninian Park there by the looks of it. Although that's not actually on your, I don't think you can connect to. Oh, you could get around that, round through the yard. So that's the route from Bristol Temple Meads, Bristol Parkway, Newport to Cardiff. Right, so I think the next thing we need to do is, we haven't got time to show any more stock, I'm afraid. So you'll have to wait until it comes out. I don't have any information on when it will come out, unfortunately. Right, let me fire up. So I haven't prepared at all, and what we don't have is the giveaway system. I thought you might like to try and win a copy. I've got 2 copies to give away, and it is. Let me switch over to this when it updates. Sometime, at some point, it will update. I don't know whether you can still hear me. OBS looks like it's frozen. Okay, you can hear us. In that case, I'm just going to carry on regardless. And we'll keep going, because giveaways are more important. So, free stuff, hashtag free stuff. Okay, so what I need from the man himself is a keyword.
I think the first keyword is going to have to be Arriva.
Arriva, A-R-R-I-V-A is the first keyword. The prize is a copy of the route and a copy of the twin pack. Please make sure you type it lowercase letters. Please make sure you spell it correctly. There's a couple there with a capital A on Arriva, and a couple there with Arriva. Arrivs, that's another one, interesting. So make sure you type it in correctly. If you think you typed it in incorrectly, just type it in again. You don't get any extra entries for typing it in multiple times, but it doesn't hurt either. Haribo. Okay, I think we will give that now. Let's do a countdown. And we will roll it. Vectron DE is the first winner. Congratulations. So, Ben, are you armed with the second keyword?
I am.
Whoa. Go on then.
Wales shall be the second.
Wales. Excellent. I like it. It's the theme. This is the Welsh route with Arriva as our one of the licenses that's included. So Wales is your keyword. Once again, prize is a copy of the route with its initial trains plus the twin pack. And so the route, I will say, the route and the twin pack aren't available yet. They are coming soon. And once they are,
The keyword is Wales, not England or Scotland.
or Cymru, or Chester, or Ireland, or Dolphins. So once the route is released, then you'll receive the winners will receive their codes with instructions on what to do with them via the Twitch messaging system. Once they're within 28 days of the codes coming out, I think it is. It takes a little while sometimes for the codes to come in. Right, that's been enough time now. Right, and we'll roll it. And Gamer NL1 is the next winner, or the second winner. Congratulations to Vectron DE and Gamer NL. I think this is still dead. This is no good at all. Okay, folks, that's all we've got time for tonight. I hope you've enjoyed that. We took a look at Ben's awesome. I think the one with the webcam is what's causing it.
I think it is. It's off,
It's
isn't
the
it?
webcam that's causing the problem, isn't it?
Oh, but we've unfrozen.
No,
We had unfrozen.
we had unfrozen. So I pressed the wrong button. Okay, moving on. So yes, we had a look at Ben's video, and we had a chat with Ben. It's been really good to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Very much for joining, and we will. And then we had a look at the Arriva, the South Wales coast route between Bristol Temple Meads, put my teeth back in, Bristol Temple Meads, and Cardiff. Yeah, I know the screen is gone. It's OBS as I think we're having camera troubles at the moment. So we're having camera troubles. So it's all gone to pot. So that's it for tonight. So thanks very much for watching. It's been really great having you on the channel. If you've got any points that you've noticed that you want us to take note of, put them in the chat. All the chat gets sent out to the people who are working on the product, and we really appreciate you taking your time to supply that feedback. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. It's been a pleasure. Thank you to Ben.
Thank you.
And we'll see you on the next show. Bye bye.
See you guys.